Jenna Andrews. I'm a singer-songwriter, vocal producer, executive producer. So I'm here today to work with an artist, Hunter Daly, for Splice Skills. I thought it was a good one to choose just because I feel like we have a great rapport, and we also got very close over the pandemic. And she would just come to Jersey. She came to Jersey a couple times, and you know, we just really got along. And I think that's a big part of being able to get the best performance out of an artist, because it's about making them feel comfortable, like becoming good friends. It's not just about like, oh, this is a job. Music is a job, which is weird. I always think it's sort of like an oxymoron, because it technically, yes, you're lucky enough to be paid for it. It is a job, but having said that, I think it's really important to like think about the relationship and what that really means. And it's a therapy thing. It's best friendship. It's all these things. And I think when that is developed, you're really able to pull the best out of an artist. And not only when it comes down to their vocals, but also just, you know, on every level, really. I will basically explain a little bit how I go about choosing the right mic. So let's play the U87 again of the Hunter performance, just a little bit of it.
I feel like a muse when I'm alone.
So I like the U87 because I feel like it makes her voice sound warmer. And that's what, and with her particular voice, she has such a sweet voice. And I think especially when she goes into being a little bit more on the, which we'll show you later, but when she starts to belt, I think this mic is like, will give her a certain warmth in the belt. So I'm listening to each individual singer when I pick the mic. So I think in this case, for Hunter, it's all about getting that body in warmth. So that immediately made me be like, okay, that's the one, because now let's switch over to the C800. And that one just immediately feels darker, which is not what I'm going for, one with her voice, but also for this song, so.
I feel like a muse when I'm alone with you.
Yeah, so it basically just has, it's a little bit more dead, and you just don't connect to it as much. So that's why I chose, no, not Hunter, but the mic itself and the voice, she just sounds a lot warmer, and there's a lot more presence in the U87. So that's why I went with that. I don't know if anyone else does this process, but it is my process that I love to come prepared with my ideas, and like having the harmonies all set up to what I'm hearing when the artist comes in, if I have the opportunity to do so before and I have all the stems and I'm able to do that. Because I find that like, sometimes it can take me hours, and I don't mind that. I love taking my time. And some people like love to rush you, and I think, and also an artist can be, again, because of the tension sometimes and feeling nervous, and you know, it's sometimes for me, myself, to sit there for 10 hours to work on a harmony arrangement isn't necessarily the most ideal use of time. So for me, I find if I come in and I'm like, okay, this is my vision, and they either will be like, similar to the BTS thing where, except obviously, this would be like with me and Hunter, it's in person, that wasn't, but it's similar to be like, okay, this is what I'm thinking, and they can pick and choose what they like, and then they can offer their ideas. And sometimes they'll come in and be like, listen, I love what you did, but this is not what I'm hearing. Can we just do a new thing? Which of course I'm down to like, obviously like scrap it and start from the beginning. But I find 9 times out of 10, this process always works. The reason why I feel like warming up is so important is because it just gives, you know, it's like, again, one of these like free passes. Sometimes when you tell a singer to warm up, sometimes you can get like the best take, you know, so it kind of makes you feel like, oh, this is the warm up, this is not the real thing. That's one reason that I like to warm up. And also just for technical reasons of just like opening your voice up and making sure that like you feel like everything feels good, obviously, in your body, get the right breath control, like get in the zone, all these things. And of course, I'm going to record the warm-ups just because, obviously, just in case you get the magic take in the warm-up, that I always want all the material. But not only that, it's just like I want to, actually, no, that is the reason why we record the warm-ups, because you just never know what magic you're gonna get. Sometimes when I'm trying to get a certain timing, and sometimes if it's hard for her to hear what I'm doing out here, I'll go in and sing the timing so she can have it in her ear.
So, can we take a ride in a beat-up car?
basically what I just did is like I go in there and I sort of like, similar to what I do beforehand when I do all the harmonies and I like set up the whole thing for them to hear coming into it. It's sometimes what I like to do, instead of like singing it to them through the talk back, I like to go in and sort of like lay down what I'm hearing so they can sing over top of what I did. And it's interesting because when I did that, the one part that she didn't have in there as a lead up into the chorus, I actually like that it's a layer now. So I might actually keep that and have her built on top of it. And the reason that I did that is because I find I was trying to achieve like a build up to the chorus. So it's like you go into this pre and it almost feels like it's explosive with this other part. So I'm always trying to find the dynamic and how to make it feel more like a chorus. And to me, that's what I heard that actually made the chorus jump up a little bit more.